What is up, everybody? Welcome into this new video of TechExpress. In this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to create an Etsy seller account. The very first thing you want to do in a very easy and simple way just to get started like right away is to go into etsy.com/market /seller account. So if you see here the actual .com section of the seller, which is actually the second option, so as you can see, I'm already here into search for anything. Here's Etsy and says get started. So before you can create an Etsy seller account, you need to have a couple of things already been into your mind if you wanted to sell here into Etsy. If I scroll a little bit down, you're going to see fees, tools, support, story selling, and FIQ. Just focus into fees. So here into the fees, I have no additional monthly fees, secure transactions, automatic deposit, and seller protection. But take in mind this actual set that says listing are active for 4 months or until they'll sell. So for the next 4 months, we need to pay a listing fee of 20 cents each fee we are actually selling. If you're making, let's say for example, 10 products, you're going to be paying $1 or $2 for the listing fee for the next 4 months of those actual prices of those actual products. If I'm selling all, let's say for example 5 products for the next 4 months, I'm going to be paying $1 for the listing fee to have this active into Etsy. So with that being said, now I have the 6.5 transaction fee and plus the payment processing fee and of course the currency we're currently living. So when you sell an item, there's a small commission and standard payment processing fee. If you are okay with this, if you are actually good to get started, what I wanted to do is to go into the upper side, it says get started, or to focus into the one that says open your Etsy shop. In my case, what I'm going to be doing is to sign out here, and I'm going to be doing with a new account so you can see how is the actual process. So if I'm here into Etsy.com, I just typed /sell, and this one should be taking us back into the section that we were before. So I'm going to hit here and to continue with Google, and then what I want to do is to sign in real quick. And now, as you can see, I'm already inside the Etsy seller section. Let's go into let's do this. And now what brings you into Etsy? What I want to do is to choose the option that says I'm just starting to sell for the first time ever and hit into next. Then we have, is there anything would you like to help with? You wanted to use whatever option you wanted to, but in my case, I think that we need some help by selling online. So after that, hit into next. And then later on, I wanted to start my shop. So just like that, I now can be able to have my shop preferences already been enabled. So you want to choose what is your shop language, what is your shop country, and what is your shop currency. So you wanted to enable United States dollar. Here into the shop country, you wanted to, let's say for example, enable United States or Mexico, whatever you wanted to. Hit into save and continue, and then we can add the name of your shop. So here into name your shop, after you named it, let's say for example, I'm gonna just leave it like this. Hit into save and continue. We have the create a listing. So a quick tip of advice, if you're not ready to start listing, you don't have to worry about adding a product, but what I wanted to do is to go into save and continue. And as you can see, I am not going to be able to fill all of this information. I'm not able to continue until I fill all of this. So if I hit into preview, I cannot skip this part. So I can go into save and continue. So this quick piece of advice is to just add whatever you wanted to here into the listing, and then you can save this as a draft. So I'm going to go into, let's say for example, this actual design. I choose into open. And then all the red parts I wanted to fill, let's say for example something just really easy. This is an example. There we go. Who made it? Let's go with I did. What is a finished product? When you did it, let's say made to the order. Okay, it's the birthday cards. And here is a great job on your first listing. You don't want to focus in here, just focusing to do this later so you can be, let's say, go into the very next part. So this is the part where you want to, how would you like to get paid? So here what I wanted to do is to choose the option that says where is your bank located. I wanted to go and select the country where I'm currently living at. And here it says for tax purposes, what type of seller are you? You want to choose whether you are an individual or a business type. Depending on this option is going to be here filling up a bit about yourself. What is the country of your residence, your first, your last name, your date of birth, the taxpayer addresses, the address line, and after that you have to add your bank information in order to receive the money. After you check that, you wanted to go into save and continue. After you have successfully redeemed all your information, after you have successfully added all of it, it's going to be taking you into the shop manager. Now here into the shop manager, as you can see, we have the total views, how many persons are visited, how many orders we have, and the actual revenue. So I can go into my shop advisor, and this one is going to be helping me to just reach more audience and much more. We do have the listing, the message, the orders, start sellers, stats, finances, marketing, and much more. If I focus here into my finances, this one is going to be helping me to check it out. What is my payment account? How much money I need to pay at the end of the day? The sales and fees, the seller have, the recent activities I do have so far, and of course, this is something that we needed to add it if we don't want to actually delete the actual Etsy account. So what I wanted to do now is to show you our actual listing. If I focus here into my listing, you should see that we actually have a few products in here, and if you don't have any items yet and you have already been listed some products and you don't see that in here, you can see those into inactive. Here into inactive, you can see that there's a lot of products, and in order to list that, once again, remember that you need to pay a custom fee of 20 cents for each listing product. Once you have successfully done that, it's going to appear into your draft and then later on into your actual outlook products. Now later on, what I wanted to show you is the actual integrations. The integrations are tools that can be helping you to marketing and optimize your actual business. For example, you can use Pinterest, you can actually use Bella, or you can use Photos. These three actual stuff are totally for free. If you wanted to implement one of those, you can click there and choose the option that says learn more in Pinterest. So this one should be taking us into Pinterest.com. So what we can do is to link our Etsy store into Pinterest so we can do some marketing, and then later on we can start to sell some stuff. So here into Pinterest, for example, I can go and log in into my actual Google account, but I'm not going to be focusing a lot into how we can set it up here into Pinterest. I'm going to be setting up with the actual new and latest tool of Etsy. I'm going to go back here and we have the Star Seller. Now the Star Seller is like the best and customer experience we do have. Eligibility. Now my Star Seller eligibility is going to be helping me to, let's say, get featured into the actual Etsy, so people can be more, let's say, trusted, and I can get more trust here into the Etsy community, so people can be more, let's say, incentivized to buy my products. So I need, of course, to be eligible to do this. So in order to do this, I need to have a target message response rate. I need to have an average rate, on time dispatch and tracking. I need to make a minimum sales of $300, and I need to have a minimum 5 orders to get started with the actual Star Seller eligibility. And this is actually how we can get started with the actual shop manager of Etsy. So I think I've now covered the basics. Here into your dashboard, once again, you can see all the basic stuff that you're going to be able to see into your actual Etsy shop manager. So hopefully this was a very useful information for you guys, and now you're good to get started here into Etsy. Have lots of fun, create and start selling your stuff here into Etsy. So don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel if you want to see amazing and more tools about how to sell here into Etsy. Thank you so much for watching the video, and well, with that being said, I'll see you next time. See you next video.